Hey folks, welcome to the playoff.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, folks. I know you're used to the usually boring and self aggrandizing openings to these videos, courtesy of JB. Well, hi, welcome to your new playoff host. That's right, folks. It's me, it's Andy Coppins. And last time I looked, JB and I, well, we're off to fantasy vacation land. That's because, well, we've got playoff buys, folks. That's right. The first round of the playoffs includes no JB, your three-time champion, and yours truly, the Andy Coppins Memorial Dumper Bowl champion a few times, but haven't seen that trophy in a while. Let's just say this. For those of you in the actual playoffs that matter this year, you're about to face the eight-time, 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 eight-time winner. That's right, folks. I'm on an 8-game win streak. You may say getting into the playoffs one year was a fluke, and well, that's true. I mean, it is my first year in the playoffs. But, folks, here's the deal. I've won 8 straight games, and few teams have outscored me during that 8-game win streak. So I'm going to enjoy the bye week, watch all of you, hope and pray that you can beat JB and I in the actual playoffs that matter for that belt. That's right, folks, that belt goes right here, JB, not on your shoulder, on my shoulder. I can't wait for that to happen. The look on John's face alone is going to be priceless as I beat him not once, but twice this year. That's right, folks. I'm calling my shot already. I can't wait to see John win this week, get crushed next week, and then I officially retire John. That's right, folks. I'm calling on John to retire. I mean, he said this was going to be the lowest point in his 22-year fantasy career. Well, it's about to get lower next week. So, John, congratulations on making the playoffs, but it's going to be meaningless because you're about to retire. That's right. Bye-bye, John, and your fantasy football career. Yes, the fact that you called it a career, sorry, that's the most pathetic thing I have heard in a long time. A career in fantasy football? My God, man. But with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoy a great holiday season. From here at the Parkovich and Coppins household to all of you on the Fantasy Gridiron, I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and let playoff mania begin. And now back to your regularly scheduled bullcrap from JB.
And now, right there is a player by player pickup and maneuvering that's going to enable you to beat me and Andy in the playoffs. But before we can really dive into the playoffs, let's get right into last week's action. Well, hello everybody. Captain America here. JB called me in because, well, Andy thoroughly crushed him on the video and he knew he had to bring out the big guns. So there's only one person you call when you're being backs against the wall. That's good old Captain America. So, why are we here? Well, we're not here to hear about Andy winning 8 games in a row or making the playoffs. I mean, though we would like to see him retire John. What we are here to see is how JB, the one and only my hero, will make his way through the playoffs. And to prove how he's going to do it, let's just get right into this. Let's see the playoff history followed right into the Week 1 preview of the playoffs. So here we go, the 2017 playoffs. Here's the playoff matchups for the championship bracket. JB and Andy get a first round bye. Eric's dream matchup here because to him it's a win-win. If Motive Urine wins, we get John versus Andy in Playoff Mania. Katie wins, Katie gets to continue her trek and deep in the playoffs. John leads this series 1-0. It's tied 4-4 overall. A rematch of last week's matchup is it's Dana Spaghetti Cat versus Showtime A-Hole. This series is tied at 0 apiece in the playoffs, but Dana leads it overall 4-2. And Captain's hoping for Sam B win. No offense there, Dana, but it'd be Cap versus Iron Man in Playoff Mania. We now dive into the consolation bracket, where Bob and Eric have it sitting pretty, having a first round bye, and not having to play for the Dumper Bowl. It's Glorious Domination versus last year's champion, The Reboot. This series is tied at 1 apiece. Travis leads the 4, so it's all signs pointing to Kyle being in the Dumper Bowl. And it's the Dinkleway Jay Cutler versus Bend the Knee. This is the problem. Carol leads the series 1-0 and 7-1 overall. So we are looking like Sam J might be getting into the Dumper Bowl again. It may be the Andy Sam J Memorial Dumper Bowl. There you have it, people. There is week 1 of the playoffs, week 14 as you want to describe it. In a civil league, Captain America's got to make a public service announcement for those out there in fantasy land. If you have fantasies that run into week 17, you are an amateur league. No playoff should ever go to week 17. So, I'll put all you on point. So, everybody at Lambeau or Delaware North, if you're watching this, but sometimes you do, because you told JB, who's told me in confidence as he's crying, because you make fun of him. Stop making fun of JB, everybody. He is a true American hero. No week 17 playoffs. The one thing that JB is really good at is being a nerd. Even nerdier than I was when I was just a weakling in 1942. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to break down each individual person in their playoff history as it pertains to a few things. One, when I say appearance, that appearance means your appearance in that bracket. So if I say 5th appearance, it's your 5th championship appearance. And then also your playoff record isn't just your overall playoff record, it is your playoff record in that contingency bracket. So if it says 8-1 like JB is, he's 8-1 in the championship bracket. And if you do the math, because math is good, school, stay in school, that means he's 5-1 in the consolation bracket. Here we go. Let's nerd it up. Let's hit the footage. As you can see, JB is Mr. Playoff. Has a lot of success when he finally gets to the playoffs, going for his 4th straight championship appearance in 5 tries. Not bad, JB. As Andy has alluded to, an 8-game winning streak will help you get to where you want to be, and you want to be right here in a first round bye in your first appearance. That's not bad. Guaranteeing the top 4 appearance. So there you go. Here's the Andy, hoping to see John in Playoff Mania. John is a powerhouse in the playoffs. He is making his 4th appearance. He is a former champion. But you would think being a guy who has a career out of fantasy football would be in more championship appearances than just 2. And once again, we are all looking forward to Playoff Mania versus Andy. Like a true expansion team, sometimes this is what you like to see. Growth year over year over year. First year not making the playoffs. Second year just happy to make it, but yet falling way short and finishing 6th place. But now, back in the playoffs once again to see if she can creep up just a little bit further and try to make a top 4 finish. Sam B is an interesting case. 4 years in the league, 3rd appearance. In her first year, just losing it barely to JB as she made it to the championship game. But she lost last year, she won the Denver. In the only year she didn't make the playoffs. So Lamar Miller's a lot like Iron Man. So when she says stupid Lamar Miller, she's really saying stupid Iron Man. as she does root for Iron Man, which should have been on the belt, the trophy as stupid Iron Man. Iron Man is the cause of everything that has happened to the Avengers. He created Ultron. If he wouldn't have created Ultron, there would have never destroyed Sokovia. And if Sokovia never destroyed, there never been the Sokovia Accords. Boom, roasted. There's a rule that always a Stanzik must be in the playoff, and at least this time, the right Stanzik is in the playoff, as Katie's making her third appearance, looking to make her first championship appearance. And while it brings me great joy that it irks Eric that his wife is in the playoffs and not him, it does sadden my heart that just like Sam B, she is an Iron Man supporter. So this is why you see at the bottom 5th and 6th. That's a correlation because you're Iron Man supporters. Bob finds himself back in the consolation bracket where he is slowly becoming the dominant force in the consolation bracket, not ever playing for the dumper, but playing for the championship. He won just 2 years ago and appeared last year. This is Eric's also 4th appearance in the consolation bracket. He's had 2 championship finishes, finishing 8th each time he's been in it. And this year he finally won 2 awards and trophies, looking to add a trophy to his resume. Surprisingly, Travis was one of our winningest participants, but now has found himself back into the consolation bracket for a 3rd time. He finished 8th in 2014, but he did have that one Dumper Bowl appearance, hoping to avoid it again this year. Slowly, Sam J is finding himself in familiar territory as he's back in the consolation bracket for a 5th time, never getting higher than 9th place when he reaches this bracket, but undubiously has been in the Dumper Bowl twice, back-to-back, winning it the first time in 2014. He is slowly but surely making a strong case for it to be known as the Andy and Sam J Memorial Dumper Bowl. At one point I was told that Carol was 0-7, and I thought that's Andy, but no, it was Carol. But somehow she turned her season around to at least not finish in last place, so that's perseverance. Captain loved perseverance. This is her 2nd appearance, and the last time she appeared in it, she won the Consolation Championship, as her name was Hold or No Dumper. So here's the hope in Hold or No Dumper. Finally, we have last year's champion, Kyle. I don't think we've ever seen a champion fall so fast before, other than JB. This is his 3rd appearance, never winning it, never appearing in the Dumper Bowl, but he has quite possibly the honor of being the quickest to fall. There have been 3 others to win the Dumper after winning the championship, JB, Sam J, and Troy, but no one's won it the very next year. Kyle is on a path to make that a first. Well, there it is. There's everything you need to know about this week's incredible week 1 playoff matchups. JB wanted me to remind you that next week is Playoff Mania 4. It's basically like Rocky 4 with how good it's going to be. Keep your submissions within 45 seconds, and just you can either call, mail, or just basically ask JB, but he wants to remind you everybody should participate. It's the American thing to do. And if Sam B and JB wins, they will face each other, and I'm sure it'll be just a minute and a half of Captain versus Iron Man, which we all know how that ended up, as Captain always wins. So there you go. As always, I'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron. If you stayed through the end credits, congratulations, you are a true Marvel nerd. Now I'll give you a little sneak preview of what's to come. Get that mana shield. That's right. It's back. Iron Man, you can't keep it forever. Wait, there's one more spoiler. Someone get JB a belt.